Welcome to the world united. Yeah. Welcome to the world united.
So this year you are conducting the third World Parliament of Spirituality in December or latter half of this year. So
Yes.
what is the agenda for this year, or what is the concept or theme of this year? This year's the third World Parliamentary Conference.
The first World Parliament on Spirituality happened in 2012 in Hyderabad. There was a massive participation from 56 countries from all continents. For the last Universal Meditation Hour, 42 million people signed up for that across the world, and it was watched on webcast by people from 165 nations. 2016 it happened in Utah, USA, and 2020 we wanted to have in different continents physically. But because of Corona and all, now we want to make it online event from October first week onwards to last week of December. We want to cover 6 events, inviting different types of spiritual masters from different backdrops, and almost some 800 to 1,000 spiritual masters I'm visualizing to have them to speak on the platform of the Third World Parliament.
Wow.
The main principle is togetherness. How we can create the oneness despite all the diversity that we have. It is not the diversity that is important. It is a unity which is most important than uniformity. Every spiritual leader tries to create something called as uniformity. Uniform, standardized techniques of meditation with certain rules and regulations, with certain guiding principles. This doesn't make a person a spiritual master. All the set of rules, set of techniques, making people feel, think and believe that this is ultimate, finally end themselves as missionaries and spiritual slaves, nothing else. Mastery is totally different thing. Mastery is completely free, a freedom. In spiritual organizations, in many spiritual organizations, people are called as masters. People are called as acharyas. People are called as preceptors. And the best way of enslaving people is appreciate them, kill their soul. That's what is happening, unfortunately. Appreciation is soul killing. It kills the soul. You can enslave anyone with the help of appreciation. Praise him, he will become your slave. And tell your slave that you are free, you will become slave forever. It is age-old saying, if you want to make a person a slave, tell him that he is free. He will become your slave forever. That's what is happening. That's what is happening in the world. To break these barriers of nonsense in the form of spirituality, a type of togetherness, a real, practical, implementable, understandable togetherness is needed. The word training, that which is seen in linear world, doesn't exist in inner world. In inner world, instead of the word training, something else is there. It's called awakening. What is training in outer world is awakening for inner world. But what is happening is, the inner world is also trained so that they will follow these spiritual organizations, rules, and become missionaries. And they're called as masters. Unfortunate facts. All nonsense. The mastery is totally in a different realm, a different paradigm. It is a different dimension. No one can teach spirituality. No one can teach meditation. Impossible. Spirituality and meditation has to be learned, but can never be taught. They have to be learned. So to be a good student, to be a good Vidyarthi, is the preliminary step to enter on the path of spirituality. To be a good student. When you are a good student, invariably, by default, one day, yes, you find yourself. And finding yourself is called as mastery, a self-mastery. For this, something called as self-cultivation is required. What is meant by cultivation? We plow the soil, the mind, the soil, we plow it. By way of plowing, it becomes loose. The mind is already plastic and elastic, plastic and rigid, metallic. It has to become loose. You have to plow it. Sow right seeds of thoughts. Remove all the weeds, all nonsense, all spiritual junk, spiritual spam, all the nonsense of social reality. All the weeds need to be moved out. This is called as self-cultivation. A type of cultivation is required for a person who enters the path of spirituality. Self-cultivation alone leads to self-mastery. And self-mastery, spiritual mastery, spirituality, meditation can never be taught by any person. Enlightenment is a phenomenon that which cannot be given. Enlightenment is a phenomenon which has to be experienced and earned, not given. Not possible. Thank you.
Those were very powerful messages towards the end, Dr. Yugandhar. From where we started, meet the master, to how the self-cultivation leading to self-mastery was a very well done conclusion.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll have many more such sessions with you, because this limited time is not enough to know the master that you are, and we will continue the path forward.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.